So most of us have used a mop, but let's take a look at how this little mechanism works. So obviously on the surface, you have whatever covers the sponge. On the drip machines, it's a mesh, so it's a little bit more durable than the normal cloth covering. So if you look underneath this part, you'll see that there's a sponge there. The sponge absorbs the paint and allows you to transfer it to the surface. Underneath there, there's the spring valve. So the spring valve, it has two different functions. One, it keeps the paint from coming out when it's not pressed up against the surface. And it also regulates the paint flow. So if you look at the nib without the spring valve in it, it's got a pretty big opening that's going to let out a lot of paint if that valve isn't in there. So obviously to use it, when you press it up against the wall, you just want to press it against the wall enough to allow paint to flow through. And then if you want drips, you want to go slow and squeeze. If you don't want drips, you'd go a little bit faster and don't squeeze. If you want a ton of drips, just take this spring valve out and it'll allow the paint to freely flow through. The problem with that is the paint's also going to flow through when it's in your pocket. So if the cap isn't on super tight, it's probably going to leak and ruin your pants.